presentation on the new cigarette.
What a great bunch of presentations today, huh? My fellow presenters, I applaud you. Applaud. You all did great. This is amazing. This? Okay. So this is a warning. One of the video clips I'm going to show does have some foul language, which is censored, and some triggers for abuse. So I will warn you, if you need to leave the room for that clip, that's okay. Okay. 100 years ago, in 1920, cigarettes became popular. Celebrities smoked them on the silver screen. Kids had candy cigarettes. It was cool. It was mature. And some people even said it was good for you. Well, 40 years later, in 1964, buckets of scientific evidence came out saying, oh, it's not so good for you. Blackened lungs, cancer, death. And nowadays in public schools, we teach children not to smoke because it's bad for you. But remember, 20 years ago, it was cool. Ladies and gentlemen, in this century, we have a new cigarette, and that is your TV screen. Brandon, would you read that?
TV's poison, to grow up and not have a sense of responsibility, to have everything taken care of, to be plopped in front of a television instead of being read to or talked to or encouraged to interact with other human beings is a huge mistake.
Thank you. Now, who do you think said that? Any guesses?
Mr. Rogers.
Mr. Rogers. Good guess. No, it wasn't Dieter F. Uchtdorf. It was Madonna. Madonna makes money off TV, but she said TV is poison. Why is Madonna the only one freaking out about this? I'll tell you why. It's a moving target. It used to be confined to your TV screen. Now you can get it on your computer, on your phone, on your tablet. New cigarette is everywhere. It's all over the place. And it's affecting everyone. I used to work at Homestead. You know that old folks home on Main? Old people would come in there to live, and maybe they needed a little help walking or eating, but overall they could maintain eye contact and have a conversation and tell you about their interesting lives when they arrived there. And then they would start watching TV for hours and hours every day. And in a matter of weeks, I could see their eyes going dark, and they would shuffle around, and they wouldn't want to eat, and they wouldn't want to get out of bed. And there was this look in their eyes after just a few weeks, you could see, oh, they're gonna die next. A few weeks, that's all it took. Now I hear you saying, but Marie, they were old, they had dementia, they were gonna die anyway. Okay. Let's take a look at young people. Oh, beg pardon. Let's not take a look at young people. 98% of American homes have a TV in them. 98%. Think about that. That's more people, that's more percent than people who vote. That's more percent than people who have jobs, who graduate high school. Let's look at some more stats. 2.8 billion people worldwide play video games, more men than women. Hong Kong, students spend 20 hours a week on this stuff. That's a job you don't get paid for. South Korea, gaming disorder is a public health crisis. Iran, 22.8% video game addiction. Germany, 6% of teens. America, Europe, Norway. Who's being affected by this? Everybody. Everybody worldwide is being affected by this. People you know, people you love. Your grandma that you sent to old folks' home is being affected by this. Let's take a look at young people now. 13 Reasons Why. Ooh, the light. 13 Reasons Why is a Netflix show that was released about this guy, Clay, and his best friend Hannah, who committed suicide. And the show revolves around the 13 reasons why Hannah committed suicide. In April of 2017, the month after this show was released, teen suicide rates jumped by 30%, more than any month in the previous 5 years. It takes lung cancer from cigarettes 5 years to kill you. It takes a show like 13 Reasons Why a month. Let's take a look at some more kids. Dr. Hikaru Takeuchi, a neuroscientist from Japan, studied like hundreds of Japanese children's brains. And we all know Japanese children are very intelligent, right? This is a Japanese child's brain at rest. Look at it. What is firing? Everything. Everything's lit up. Everything is firing. This is their brain at rest. uses their brain watching a TV show? What's firing? I'll tell you. Visual cortex, and that is it. Their eyes are working, and the rest of their brain is melting and dying. Let's take a look at some more kids. This is a clip from Jimmy Kimmel's show, and he asked his viewers to turn off Fortnite while their kids were playing it.
I've travelled all over, telling folks they could save by
This is an
bundling
ad.
home and
This
car
is a
insurance.
perfect example of how
Here's the real
incessant
secret.
television is, right? This was totally intentional.
We just had a moment.
Geico. Jimmy Kimmel, I turned off the TV during Fortnite.
What just happened? What? It just turned off! Andrew, oh my gosh, Daddy, why did you do that? Bobby! Guys, it's Inyo! I'm getting away! Stop! 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 It's still win, I can still win! Please, Matt! Stop!
Say hi, Jimmy Kimmel, and I'll turn it on.
Hi, Jimmy Kimmel!
Dad, what are you doing? I'm in the middle of Fortnite. What is going on with you? Leave! What are you stop turning my TV off? What are you doing? Go cook!
Yeah. Look, yeah. What do you want? Stop!
Oh! Kids, am I right? That's freaking adorable. Let's take a look 10 years down the road. And this is the clip I warned you about in the beginning. So if you need to leave, is everybody good?
I'll be out soon. I'll be out soon. Go away. Leave me alone. Fuck you guys. You don't pay the bill. I don't... Leave me alone. Go away. Go away. Stop touching my Get out of here. Go away. Get out of my life.
That was Luke Monday, a 26-year-old Australian who beat his pregnant wife in front of his 2 daughters. Why would you do that? It's because he decided his Fortnite was more important than his family. This is where those kids are headed. This is where society is headed, unless we get off the new cigarette. So this is my challenge for you. One day without screens. You look at it, you're like, that's not too hard. I think you can. One day without your TV, your YouTube, Netflix, Hulu, Fox, NBC, HBO, ABC, ESPN. I could keep going, but I won't. One day, what could happen? Close your eyes and imagine. Give your visual cortex a rest. Close your eyes. Imagine being able to have energy in the morning because you didn't stay up the last previous night watching YouTube videos. Imagine a movie night with your friends where instead of sitting around in the dark not talking to each other, you learn something about each other. A bond. You can open your eyes now. Did you know college students' grades and the time they spent idly on a screen is like a teeter-totter. The higher the grades, the lower the screen time. The higher the screen time, the lower the grades. I'll tell you what happened to me when I did this challenge this week as I've been preparing for this. I got all my work for this week done yesterday. Not all my homework, all my work. I feel great. But do this. I pray that it's not going to take us another 40 years to snuff out the new cigarette. Thank you.